Time stirs, wakes imagination, darkness stirs, feel intoxication, silently the senses abandon their defenses. Welcome back to The Letter. Where we last left off, we showed this spooky little fancy letter to our friends here, whilst at this pal's film festival. The awful sick weight that's taken in the core of the stomach back in the open house returns full force. My stomach cramps. How do I fix this? By being honest, I suppose. Like I said, being honest. Like I said, being honest. I said being honest! Oh, actually, stuff that. I've got a better solution. Be honest and run away to Hawaii.
Send this to 5 people or else.
Well, I mean, I've shown it to 6 people, so I'm good.
Well, that's interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Indeed.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Yes, it ain't Halloween yet. As of recording this, Halloween's already done. We gotta wait another 11 months till next Halloween. Ash waves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents. I don't need to see. I don't want to see. Yeah, the difference between needing and seeing. Thanks for emphasizing the wanting. The letters, the words, every stroke written in its bud is already embedded inside my mind. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe I should just throw it away.
It's not a prank.
It makes so messed up, even if I have a steadiness with a voice surprise.
What did you say?
And do I dream again?
This isn't a prank! I saw
something! The creepy woman of the mansion stair inside my mind.
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again? Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed.
I don't know. I received the letter first, so the letter told me to pass it on to 5 people. Do the letter holders also have to pass it to 5 people?
You've got to be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
And this is why we never should have gotten involved with the mansion in the first place. But then there'd be no story. I'm sure there's many other sensible reasons to get involved with that mansion. Buying that for the sake of that urban legend is not a good idea.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
Maybe this is just a cautionary tale warning us do not purchase buildings that belong to haunted ghosts.
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first?
That's exactly what I was just saying.
I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
I would have gotten away with it weren't for those pesky ghosts and their little dog.
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up. There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
Are you sure about that? Boop! I booped his nose.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
She has cat eyes! You gotta take her seriously with the cat eyes!
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
Actually, we can do some experiments and find out whether something was a hallucination or not. And I'm pretty convinced that that was no hallucination or delusion.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
Just look into her eyes, 'cause the heart never lies. Yeah, I'm a very sing-songy person. Get used to it.
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other.
Really? Then why the fridge are people keeping away from the mansion that's been rumored to be haunted?
When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Let me ask you this, guys. I know you're skeptical, but does your friend seem like the type who would hallucinate? I know my friends would take me seriously.
Don't bother.
Without another word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hands and stuffed it back in my bag with more force than necessary. Okay, so the good news is, I've shown the letter to more than 5 people. I've shown it to 6 people. Or was it 7? No, I think it was 6. Or was it 7? It was 6 or 7. The bad news is, my friends think I'm crazy. I'm tired. I got cursed, I saw a ghost, probably lost a sale, got kicked out of the open house, I'm supposed to be hosting, my own friends won't leave me alone, they won't believe me, all of them think I'm crazy, my friend Kneale recommended a game, starting a new game was the first flipping jump scare, I got scared, this is not a good time to, you can't always feel so good. To top it all off, there's a dull ache at the back of my head, begging for little attention. I can't afford to give it right now. Honestly, there's only so much a person can take without a single day. I just want to go home, curl up in my bed, and never think about today. There's other houses in the woods. Before I can take a step away from the group.
Guys!
Zach rarely ever raises his voice, even when there's a point he wants to drive home, and hearing him that tone completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. Oh gosh. Whatever harsh words yet to come out from the argument immediately die on our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her.
Exactly, Zach.
And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together?
Indeed.
We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to.
Exactly.
I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat.
Exactly.
Please.
Yeah, God bless you, Zach. He has a point. When life seems quite absurd and death's the final word, you must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your scene. Give the audience a grin. Enjoy it till last just anyhow. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. What? Sit! No, wait, sit! Sit! We scared the dog! Oh no, did I pick the wrong choice? Please say we're gonna stay for the movie. Please mention that. I thought you were total. I think I clicked stay in the movie. I'm pretty sure the ghost is restricted to just the mansion. Once upon a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Oh, one step at a time. This is what happens when I skip things, Cal. This is a game where you have to pay attention.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
Yay!
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Woo!
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
This time, I really do send an elbow straight to his stomach. And he's turning into Shrek. Stupid Ash being vertically challenged has its perks too.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
I'm not a crybaby! I'm not a crybaby at all! what do I look like? You're gonna fix my diapers,
Aw, don't cry.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too. If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
Let's just go.
Without another word, Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. Ash and I exchange a look at that. The same question likely swimming inside our minds. I'll try asking you about it later, I guess.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food I promised.
Thank you.
But you'll miss it.
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? It ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember?
I was gonna say that, yes.
I'll be in there soon.
Thank you, Zach. One friendly tap on my shoulder, and he's gone. Few moviegoers are still milling about. Some are still waiting in line for tickets, but otherwise, most of the crowd are already inside. Come along, asshole! Sit next to me, asshole! There's nothing much for us to do here now. Not a word of protest comes from me, an asshole here gestures for the two of us. Dead inside.
And then?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
Absolutely sure.
Oh gosh, is this a slavery movie? Somehow, halfway through the movie, the conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. To be fair, Zach was the one who brought it up again. Okay, if that ghost pops up in the flipping screen, I'm gonna flip out! In this movie's premiere. My goodness, this is like a high-budget movie here. I'm loving Zach's films. Now the film's just serving as a background noise while we're speaking in hushed tones, careful not to disturb anyone inside the small hall. Well, except for Ash. I just hope we don't end up arguing like that again. We'd get kicked out for sure. Though with how loud Ash's voice is, we'll probably get thrown out anyway before any argument. I feel you, Ash. Having a theatrical voice has its blessings and its curses. Take me, for instance. Okay, I'm going to be honest here. There have been many instances where I tried to speak casually and lower down. My family said, "Quiet down!" And then I'm saying, "What do you want me to be?" It's not easy. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Okay. I think Rebecca's gone down. Ash has gone up. Zachary's gone up, of course, because he's the best, as Kneale suggested. Isabella, that's me. Okay. Okay. Only Becca still remains engrossed in the movie and completely ignoring us. He's been quiet the whole evening, speaking only when referred to. If I didn't know any better, I'd think we did something that offended her. Did we?
And then I ran. You heard what happened after.
Shh. Talk in whispers.
I still think it's something else.
Shh. Are you even trying to whisper?
It was standing right in front of me, Ash.
He's one of the smartest people I know, but geez, he should learn to listen. Shh. Plus, didn't he say he doesn't believe in these things? Why is he in this conversation again?
I heard what you said, but it's a small room. There are a lot of things someone else could have done there without your knowledge. If I could see it up close, maybe I can...
I am not going back there.
No, we are not going back there.
Ain't that a problem if you're hosting an open house?
Rose does the first floor tour.
I ain't sure ghosts can be restricted to one room, Bella.
Yeah. I mean, unless this particular ghost is particularly fond of the attic.
There are no ghosts, Zach. Stop putting useless ideas in her head.
I don't know, Ash. You gotta be open to the sort of thing. You're technically a ghost.
Yeah, but I was thinking, maybe all the house needs is a blessing. Wasn't it left uninhabited for years?
Good point, Zach. Oh, the house did change hands over the years. From one distant relative of the emigrant guards to another. None of them bothered to live in it, though, and it remained that way up until its current owners decided to sell it. For some reason. Why didn't I think of that?
I didn't peg you as the religious type, Zach.
Nothing like that, Ash. Who knows, though? It might bring something positive to the place.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't know where I could find someone.
You're not seriously considering his suggestion, are you?
Do you have a better idea?
I know where. I could contact him for you if you want.
You'd do that?
Or we can find you a psychologist instead.
There are very few times in my life when I wish my glowers can kill. Glowers? Sorry, I'm not familiar with that term. This is one of those.
Ash, that is not a very appropriate thing to say right now.
Indeed.
No, wait, that's not what I meant. Ethnographer. I meant ethnographer. This guy's a psychologist too, of course, if you...
Oh, shut up,
if you
asshole.
don't stop.
Rebecca knows the guy I'm talking about too. She can vouch for him.
Shut up, asshole. Becca tears my eyes away from the screen at the mention of her name.
Huh? What? Oh, are you talking about Professor Andrew? He used to work with my parents at the university.
Professor Andrew. That sounds like Andrew Schrader from President.
And can you guys keep it down?
I was going to say that, Becca.
Sorry, the scaredy cat here mentioned curses. Not that I'm saying this is one, but talking to him is a better solution for me than getting a random priest to bless an old house.
It's a good idea, though.
He'll even help you figure things out, teach you a couple things, and probably put your fears to rest since this looks to be bothering you a lot.
That seems to be a really good idea. We probably need to find a priest. Ash might be right too, however. What Zach suggested is something I'm far more familiar with. Yeah, we are in serious need of an exorcist or a priest just to bless the house. Get the demons away. That's what it needs. Rather, they don't believe me. They'll only give me suggestions to put my mind at ease. But it's better that being ignored or being laughed at. I'll take comfort in knowing they are willing to hear me out. And now find comfort in my pain.
So, what do you think?
It's your call. We'll go with whatever you want.
I don't know.
Meet with the professor. Meet with the priest?
I'll think about it. But maybe we could go with Zach's idea?
Yeah, see a priest. Oh, we're going through with it. Oh, nice.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, let's go see a priest.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to try, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we did something than just stand around.
Exactly.
I'll let you know when he's available, Bella.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, Zach. I knew I could count on you.
Yay! All right.
Guys, I said keep it down. You keep insisting that we still watch it. You're not even paying attention yourselves.
Indeed.
It ain't a big deal, Rebecca. I'm the one who broached the subject in the first place.
It's still your film, Zachary. A good film, mind you. You worked hard on this.
As far as I know, it's only a still image, but still a powerful movie.
The least we could do is watch it with you.
Indeed.
And that's what you're all doing. I really appreciate all of you making time for this.
You're welcome, Zach.
Sorry, Becca. We'll stop now.
I throw her an apologetic look. I should probably save the game here. Yeah. Okay. Thank God. Okay. She's ignoring us again. When Becca's acting this is away, there's a big chance something's nagging at her. We really need to talk. We all fall into a comfortable silence after, the kind you only share with people you're most at ease with. Those people are referred to as friends, especially in a cinema. For the first time today, the letter lays forgotten in my bag, if only for a few hours. Oh, thank God the ghost didn't appear. Okay. We were watching The Point of No Return. Oh, if that's what the film's called. That's Pocket TV. Night has fallen by the time we exit the movie house. Despite the late hour, the streets are still bustling full of people, those about to head home, those set to meet someone, even those simply wandering about. Walking in the sea of unfamiliar souls, it strikes me how easy it is for one to get lost in a city of nondescript as Lexburn. I was afraid too. At one point back when I was new, and had just set foot in this place, now with familiar faces walking with me, it feels a little like home. Second dash bid us goodbye shortly before. Sorry. Becca and I crossed it to the other side. The street. I'm just singing Greatest Showman for no reason. Well, it was the fact that the sentence ends with home, and that just made me think of the song. So there was a reason behind it. There was. And former Clay, he's got new freelance jobs. Who knows? He never tells. Sometimes he'll just randomly appear at your doorstep looking for a plate to crash. He does that a lot with Zach too. Much of the latter's frustration. And he's a busy guy too. In spite of the laid back air he gives off.
Thanks for today, everyone!
Thanks, Zach.
No problem, Zach. I'm sorry for what happened earlier.
No! 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 No!
Huh?
No! God, I hate Oh no. Amidst the distant people going about their lives. And from a distance, a voice reaches out to me, saying, help me creepily. From a distance, I clench my eyes tight and clasp my hands over my ears. It's the voice of fear, it's the voice of despair, saying, help me. No. Calling out, no! No!
No, not me.
Not us! Not us! Bugger off! Bugger off! Please find me somebody to help me.
Isabella? Earth to Isabella?
Okay. At her voice, the whole world suddenly snaps into place, the murmur is gone. When I open my eyes, nice little smirk there. Becca raises her eyebrows at me in question.
Weren't you listening? Are you coming with me?
Oh, yeah. Just, okay.
Well, seems like your curse is not leaving her.
Sorry, I spaced out.
You always do that.
I follow her without complaint, but not before sneaking a glance at the far end of the street. I don't want to click it! I'm so nervous! Where the voice came from, where another set of eyes might be staring at me. Oh no, God help me, God help me! Nothing. There are only Zach and Ash watching us, or as we head back to where Becca parked her car. I don't like this! If I'm expected to see something or someone there, I try not to let it show, try not to think of the tiny pinpricks of fear crawling at the pit of my stomach.
See you guys some other time.
See you, Zach. Thanks for bringing comfort to my fear.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya, space cowboy. Another glance and a final wave. We go off our own flipping ways. I don't know what I saw. I don't know what I heard. I don't want to know, neither do I! There's freaking silence! And if this is what would help me sleep tonight, what would give back the normalcy of my life, then so be it. October 22nd, Saturday. The darkness closes around me, grasping, pulling, engulfing me. No, the ground caves in without where I'm falling. No. Okay. My eyes snap open. For an instant, it doesn't immediately register where I am. Both of my back and shoulders ache after I've fallen asleep all hunched down the night before. Drenched in the nest of pillows I often kept around me feels more suffocating than comforting. Okay. I left my eyes adjust to the bright morning light streaming through my window and allow my breathing to slow down before untangling myself from the pile. I haven't had a single dream since coming to Luxburn, or at least none I can recall having. It's a shame because they used to be so vivid. Not the crazy vivid, but the more pleasant kind I'll tell my siblings about. Maybe it's just the stress of living alone. The knowledge that I'll always wake up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to.
What time is it?
It's high 5. Habit forces me to look over the clock, even with the soreness weighing heavily on my shoulders and the compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. In a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep. Towel? Where's my towel?
Overslept? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Are you some kind of owl? Admittedly, it's a weekend. As an unspoken... Oh, wait. Yeah, that says 5. As an unspoken rule, that entitles me to extra hours of sleep. You must sleep really early. But if Rose doesn't kill me yesterday, she sure as heck will now. And right after what happened. Oh, Lord. 1 box of donuts as peace offering won't be enough for the second time around. Grabbing my towel, I'm already a short step away from the bathroom, when a muffling ringing breaks about my back. There's a moment of... Oh, phone going off. Alright. Mama is calling me.
Huh?
It's around 4:45 p.m. in the Philippines right now. Okay, 15 minutes behind.
That's an unusual time for them to call.
Usually it's about noontime here, and I'm the one calling them. It's an international call regardless of its tearful tone.
Hello?
Hello? Grace? How are you?
Hi, Mom!
Mama! I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
We're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
Elijah? There's a tired lilt in her voice as she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. I wish there's something I could do for her. But from miles away like this, the least I'm able is not to make her worry. If only my older brother would actually lend a hand. But Lord knows if that'll ever happen. Odds are, Kuya George, that's his name, already out drinking right now. Again. I can't count on my older sister either, knowing she has a family of her own, and, well, 8 Anne's financial situation isn't exactly great right now. Having around herself knee-deep in debt.
Great! That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas.
Yay!
How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy.
Very good.
And Papa? How's Papa doing?
It's a subject I'm a bit hesitant to approach, but from the way Mum's voice hitches, he doesn't want to bring it up either, but it must be discussed.
Papa. Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds.
Losing weight?
But the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well.
Body's not coping very well.
The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Oh, great.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I won't deny that life has gotten tougher for our family. It used to be easy back when Papa was in good shape. But Ever since he was diagnosed with a sickness 5 years ago, he's been unable to provide for us. Oh dear. The burden of feeding 8 mouths and settling Papa's bills all rests on my shoulders. Oh. Well, it's more motivation to get a house. There are better jobs to get. There's plenty of jobs. Well, I guess it's too late now. We got a ghost haunting us. Although Mama makes a little accepting in sewing and laundry jobs in our neighborhood, it's scarcely enough to cover the costs of day-to-day living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. We can't even expect help from our own government, because the health insurance that there barely covers up anything!
I'm sure he'll get better soon. Is he well enough to talk? Do you think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Silence. I start to think of that the call got cut until...
Listen, Grace. Maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
She's gone a bit too far with her work this time.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa. And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Except we're being haunted by a ghost, but aside from that, it's going quite well. Hopefully. If not, they'll find another way. She doesn't need to know about that. Sorry, Mama. You taught me not to laugh. Yeah, look what I'm doing. Becca, you just don't get it, do you? We have been making choices thus far which involve not lying.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition, too.
I suppose maybe she is telling the truth that the sale is going well. Oh, no, wait. Is the sale going well? I don't know.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it. We all do. But I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
I know. Kayline Ka-Ui? When are we coming home? Al, the youngest, used to be the only person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have a definite answer to? 5 years later and I still can't give them a straight one. I smile through Mama, can't see it. I fight to keep my lips from quivering, my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as it is. No need to weigh her down with unnecessary concerns.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
By all means. There's a small commotion at the other end. The sound of gates opening, the voice of a child, EJ, talking excitedly about his day at school, the tapping of feet on the floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I can still picture the whole scene in my mind. How tall is he now? Are the neighborhood kids bullying him now that I'm not around? Did Mama rearrange the furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's okay, Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you.
Thank you for teaching me how to pray. It got me away from a ghost for temporarily. Bye.
I love you. Bye.
Bye. Living prayers. Bye. It ends with a soft click, leaving half-truths and empty promises hanging in the air. Look, I've been playing 1111 Memories Retold, and they give you the option to tell the truth with a promise of sorts, or at the very least get you to get the person you're writing to understand the situation. I don't know, if I were in her situation, I would have told more of the truth. You can't make promises you can't keep, but those are the best kind. That line is still so stupid. Closing my eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, shake away the thoughts beginning to swim inside my head. It's pointless to mull over these things right now.
Okay, Isabella, time to get that mansion sold.
Oh, what's the... Oh, hunting. Unfortunately, before I can take a single step away from my phone, it rings again. No doubt Mama forgot to say something.
Mama? Did you forget anything?
No, it's Rose.
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble? Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do I do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if...
Sir Elton John is not gonna be happy with you.
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down? Get yourself here, alright? I'll tell you everything then.
There's a telltale din of several feet shuffling against a wooden floor, and an indistinct yelling of the background before Rose cuts the connection. This isn't in anything comforting, but it's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone, finish my shower in record time. And here's the office. And there's a little robot. And there's a nice Coast Guard painting. And there's a man. And there's a bowl of soup. And there's a sheet. Oh, nice little cameo of the young people who made the game. I see what you did there. My feet, if I take into account my usual travel time. Routine climber, common in Briar Realty Corporation's Blackburn office, greets me as soon as my foot crosses the threshold. Papers rustling, telephone ringing at sporadic intervals, agents talking at hearing.
Where the hell is C? Where are my employees?
That rhymes. You should be a poet.
What the actual fuck, guys? Of all the times to disappear without notice.
Language! You're meant to be a role model! Whoa! My boss's words turn muffled as someone else closes the door to his office. Likely the work of our HR manager. Okay, look. Sir, you need to control your tongue. I know people are gonna judge me for controlling my tongue, but I only say the F word when I'm in high stress playing a horror game. Throughout the past weeks, we've been in a bad mood over a few employees who have failed to report to work. I hear they're still trying to get a hold of them, but to no avail. The result is half their workload has been shifted to all available staff, so as not to lose clients. Not that I mind the extra work. If anything, it means I'll have more to send to my family back home. Yay! Although the rumors of a branch closure circulating because of this is indeed a bit worrisome. My bag barely touches the top of the table when Rose pulls me aside.
Here, I need you to help me with these papers.
Okay.
If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
Okay, just let me save the game. One after another, he thrusts a bunch of paperwork in my hands without explanation. My page flutters away from the paper file, and I lean down to pick it up, my eyes scanning the top of the page, ISI straighten. Okay, purchase and sale agreement. Rose simply gestures her thumb in the direction of our visitor lounge when I tilt my head in question. There, seated on the sofa and looking completely out of place, in the humbly decorated room, is the same couple from the day before. The Wrights. Something bubbles up in my throat. Their presence in the office can only mean one thing.
They're buying it? We got a deal?
Cha-ching! She swats at my hand, tugging her sleeve, although her eyes are alight with something akin to joy. She wants this sale to happen as much as I do, and now it's here. The deal needs to be closed yet. Documents need to be signed still, but the elation is there. Along with a foreboding feeling I can't quite pinpoint. Probably the curse from the ghost.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madam Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
Indeed.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do you mean?
They're paying 15% higher than the listing price, as long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible.
Nice!
I think if we allow it, they'll be paying up front, too.
How much will they be paying?
Even with that urban legend?
Yeah, everyone. You're selling a house, and the Wrights. They're now buying a house in spite of the urban legend. What's wrong with you? Rose nods. They're all morons.
Oh, I was so sure we lost
They're
the
all
sale after
idiots.
yesterday.
They're all numpties.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do the paperwork duty, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Yay! Don't they have better things to spend money on? I'll haggle it down to the lowest possible price, if I were in their place, especially with the stories attached to it. Not that my opinion matters one bit here. We're just their agents who are going to receive the hefty commission, after all, nothing more. Rose gives me a pat on the shoulder, signaling that she's heading back to them, and an unspoken instruction to me to follow after I'm done. It doesn't take me long to finish the work she left me. In fact, having our boss sign the agreement is the easiest, since it would put him in a better mood to the entire office's relief. Ma'am Hannah calls me over the moment she notices my presence at the lounge door. And there's the numpties, who decided to purchase the mansion in spite of the urban legend.
Why, if it isn't the little Lily. I trust you're feeling well now.
A bit better.
It's Isabella, sir, not Lily. I appreciate your concern. I'm feeling better now.
Lily? Since when was she called Lily? I really don't understand why they can't get my name right. It's a fairly common name, it shouldn't be hard to remember. Typically the villains have a tendency to, assuming they are the villains, to mess up with the names, like Eraser Jin from Sonic and the Secret Rings. I cannot be denied by that rat, Sonic says. Hey, I'm a hedgehog! Hedgehog! And there's a few other cliches like that. Ah, Tumba, it's Dolby! Yeah, that sort of thing. Regardless, I hand their copy of the human art. It's Gabe Uskis. Yeah, Gabe Uskis. What's wrong with Gabe Uskis? No, it's Gabe Uskis. There's a pause in there. Dude, you know I don't have time for pauses. My brain goes too fast for that.
I believe I can take that. Thank you very much.
With how elegantly she plucks the paper in my hands, it's easy to think that there isn't any trace of irritation on her. But it is there, radiating in her stiff stance, in the way she's standing at a fair distance from her husband and the other two who look at ignoring each other. Seeing this scene, it soon becomes clear to me that I'm not the only one who has to put her in a bad mood. Did they fight? Most probably. I've seen it happen dozens of times with my previous clients. It's a shame, especially with their new mansion. I never did like it when my own mama and papa fight. I hope they'll make it up soon. Apparently, satisfied with what she's seen, Madam Hannah Wright clasped her hands together before extending it to us for a shake. Rose and I released the breath we've been holding before both of us more than happy to return the gesture.
That settles it then?
Yes, we will receive $1 million.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Are you really sure about this property, ma'am? We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings. Something with a modern touch?
Something that does not have an urban legend? Something not haunted? I was just suggesting the same thing! Rose shoots me a warning glance that clearly says, don't make a scene, we're almost there. Almost there. People gonna run away from everywhere, we're almost there. Yeah. Are you sure this is the
Of course, why wouldn't I be?
Very well. We will receive $1 million.
The house is absolutely perfect, isn't it, darling?
A helipad would still be a nice addition.
We can certainly get that. And maybe we'll get a pool with sharks with freaking lasers on their heads.
Yes, well, we'll get there eventually, love. As I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we would have bought it right there immediately.
Tell you what, instead of a helipad, you could have a rocket.
Shame she didn't have it. Well, there's still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after. but we'll let you know once we have those finalized. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry about it, ma'am.
Within a week, I hope. We still have a housewarming party to plan after all. You know how much thought to be put into those things.
Right.
There are servants for that, darling.
Love, servants or not, you're going to make people listen to your input nonetheless.
No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delay, of course. You can leave it to us.
Excellent. Well then, I'll leave you two to it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure doing business with you as well.
Oh, and before we forget...
She discreetly folds something into both her hands and winks, finger raised to her lips. A pinky, perhaps? Silent, demanding our silence.
What happened the day before was quite unfortunate, but you did get us what we wanted in the end.
Admittedly, you look prettier when you're standing there like that. And thank you for the $1 million.
That, at the very least, is commendable. But this is... Ma'am, I can't accept this. Don't you worry, darling. It's a small thing coming from us.
We are now $1 million richer.
Consider this your bonus for a job well done.
She smiles sweetly like this simply the most normal thing to do in the world.
Oh, before I forget, my lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plan as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house.
You could say she's getting eaten by sharks.
You can do that, yes? Here's her contact. Certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible. I knew I could count on you, lovelies.
Just like that, transaction over and done with. Gentlemen, we have received $1 million. My mind's still reeling even after they left. Other agents would kill to have clients like them, including Austin Powers. A part of me feels lucky about the fact no lengthy negotiations, no sudden change of minds, just talk signatures, a few handshakes here and there, and we're done. If only if business worked like that. The other part, probably just threaten the government, perhaps. A second ago, we sold a haunted property of 2 innocent clients. Sure, the commission's big enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and hospitalization. Big enough to pay for all 4 of my younger siblings' schoolings. Heck, it'll keep me away from the instant noodle diet for months. I don't have to go back to the mansion as well once the deal has been closed, much to my sanity's relief. But knowing that something's there, and we gave it to the good couple despite that? Oh, Isabella, the things you do to sell a house and get money. Papa won't be happy with that. At least I have some good news to tell next time I call home. The little lie I told Mama this morning isn't a lie anymore.
Well, there's something.
Yes.
So how does it feel?
I feel enriched. $1 million enriched.
How does what feel?
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
Oh, multi-million. Not 1 million, multi-million dollars. We managed to get multi-million dollars. Memorable is an understatement, Rose.
Come on, show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus, too, aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised. What are you going to do with it?
I'll probably conquer the world with it, perhaps. Finally dispose of Austin Powers.
I don't know. Send it home, probably?
Oh yeah, send it to my lab.
All of it?
Oh yes. all multi-million dollars.
Not everything, of course. Most of it. I'll leave some for my living expenses.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training.
She slings an arm over my shoulders, leans in closer to my ear as though she's about to share a big secret. More info.
It's okay to celebrate from time to time.
Why, yes. Minnie and I would agree with that. Scott always tends to ruin those parties.
I don't get it.
You just don't get it, do you, Isabel?
It's simple. Go out, do something for yourself. Throw a party and treat your friends to free food.
Indeed.
Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you? Hello, this is practically a done deal.
Isn't throwing a party a bit excessive?
Your call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you really are planning to throw one. A few drinks would be nice too, thank you very much.
I don't think my apartment's big enough for that.
Oh yes, we could even invite Austin Powers and his sidekick along. We could help themselves to some lobster and some nice fries. Oh, wait, you're feeding them dead? You're feeding them dead? Well, why not just kill him? No, Scott, I have an even better idea. I'm going to place them in an easily escapable situation involving a slowly elaborate and exotic death.
You could always move? Bloody hell, you're working in real estate.
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me. But I did promise Becca free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
She quickly removes herself from me to answer the phone on her desk. Her tone shifts from playful to professional in the span of a few seconds.
Today? Not a problem, ma'am. I could bring you a copy of the contract if...
Must be another client. Nothing surprising there. She's one of Burke's top agents, no matter how modest she appears. A saleswoman through and through. I, on the other hand, have very little knack for it. I usually leave some of my other assistants to do that sort of thing. Of course, I learned eventually. I had to. But someone else will, without a doubt, do a better job. Once, though, in a drunken stupor, Rose told me a story of what could have been. Austin Powers number 4. Years ago, wide-eyed, young and brimming, yet with yet to be fulfilled dreams and ambitions, he was a term or two away from a nursing degree. Out of courtesy, I never pressed on the matter further, but perhaps it's where the sense of fondness started. A small connection due to one similar experience in our respective lives, of girls we both let pass up because of the circumstances we're in.
I'd be happy to discuss this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Reassigned. Have you heard from Mark at all?
Not since the first visit to the mansion. Why? No news from the HR yet?
None at all. Boss thinks he ran away. I doubt it, though. He's too much of a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows? Anyway, I've got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
Yes, I'll see you later then. She throws a wave over her shoulder as she rushes out the office. The lunchtime bell sounds shortly afterwards, followed by the chatter of fellow agents also headed out for a much-needed break. Like fat bastard. Ordinarily, there's no need for me to go out. I'll just sit on this frickin' rotating chair all day. But oversleeping didn't allow me the luxury of packing my own lunch today. If one considers taking an instant noodle cup from my pantry, packing her lunch, time to make good on the promise I made to Becca, I suppose. Maybe invite Zach and Ash, too. In the end, only Becca and Zach would come. Ash, on the other hand, couldn't be reached. All of my calls went straight to his voicemail. He's at it again right here today. gone the next day. Oh well, his loss. We have agreed to meet at a nearby cafe, the same one I frequent with Rebecca because it's cheap, and they give away free bread around closing time.
Oh look, it's nice spinning fans. It's a cute little crucifixion mouse.
Quaint, a little old-fashioned, though looks a wee bit out of place amidst the city's tall buildings. I really love to do it all the same.
There's library books here. Is this a library and a cafe, or is this a cafe within a library, or a library within a cafe?
Much like its facade, the interior carries an antiquated charm to it. Vintage art pieces on a row of shelves, boasting an extensive collection of books, cover the walls. It would have been nice to hang out there for hours on end, but even on a weekend, the place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Becca and Zach have already found seats and are engaged in some casual chatter when I arrive. It's strange seeing the two of them without Ash accompanying the other. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, they laugh, they womanize, distance, the kind born purely out of different interests. Now for Zach's simply afraid of Becca. It's not been possible, and I won't blame them if he is. He might be the tallest of our group, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I'm a little scared of her, and I'm Dr. Evil. I fear no man.
Zach! Becca!
Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
A waitress comes by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca,
Today's special. For the three of us.
Okay, blah 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 blah. Ooh. Oh. Oh, I want to devour that. Oh, that looks... Oh, what is that? Pan-roasted sea bass with citrus-dressed asparagus and a portion of mashed potatoes on the side. Or at least that's what the daily special board does. Sea bass. Oh, nice fish. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, Oh, looks so delicious. I never did pay attention to whatever I do. Whatever.
Oh, good.
You're always hungry.
Yes, I am.
Hey! Not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
She did.
Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Never skip breakfast, everybody. Everyone, take this lesson at heart. Never skip breakfast. You'll be exhausted. You need energy.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
Oh, look, a little crucifixion cake.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
Bum, ba, da, ba. An expectant grin breaks out my face.
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
We received multi-million dollars.
Nice noodle days are over. Ash, not you. Hey, we shouldn't be that mean to Ash. My instant noodle days are over.
Let me do that again.
There we go.
Guess what, guys? I'm Payne! I sold the house!
Yay! As the news sinks in, their expression goes from sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's more like it.
You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
And that is her full name, everybody. Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos. She must be Spanish.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
Using multi-million dollars.
No! Come on, laugh with me. No!
Yep.
Which house is this? In Aslam Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh, wow. That's...
You don't believe me?
Words tumbled off my mouth before I could stop them. I've been trying to avoid bringing up yesterday's little spat and dodging the moves.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you. But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
This seems a little suspicious on part of the buyers.
It happens from time to time.
For reasons.
Yeah, but... Look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something.
I could save my family.
What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know? They're a fraud, or they suddenly back out?
That's certainly a possibility.
Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
Yes.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Pressured me into it, more like. And I'm going to tell Becca about that. Knowing her, she'd only worry.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
Someone who was daft enough to buy a house with an urban legend in it, that's who.
The Wrights, apparently.
The numpties, yes.
It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it.
Then how do you have the money?
At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Ooh.
Something as in...
Something.
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
It's not that expensive. $5, that's not that expensive.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
Take me now, girls. I'm spoiled. After all, anything can be bought filled with the right oil.
You don't really think they believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle.
Whilst it is true that this generation does tend to be skeptical, there is actually high evidence pointing otherwise.
Well, there's you. Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
All by herself. It's just... I laugh almost escapes me out of the way Zach's expression quickly changes to disappointment. Becca Hans interrupted me as soon as I moved her plate closer to me.
I'm kidding! Don't go all pouty on me again! I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
That's what friends are for!
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too.
I allow myself to smile, genuine and uninhabited. It's strange talking about this with other people, even though those who have known you for long enough. But today, things simply feel a lot lighter than with them are here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. A laugh here, playable jab there. Something we couldn't afford to do the day before. Even Becca's surprisingly chatty. If there's something in the sea bass we ate. Ah, really good sauce item, I assume. Zach, though, appears less energetic. While he's far from being the life of the party, he's definitely not the type to keep quiet in a conversation with his friends. Far from a few inputs, he's been silent for the entire time. If Becca notices...
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
Yeah, when people say that they feel okay or I feel fine, that usually means the exact opposite. In other words, they're lying. So never trust people who say they feel okay or fine.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
For his film?
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
No, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place.
Aw.
I should have expected it.
Aw.
What reviews?
They're playing a calm acoustic version of the main theme in the background. Yeah, I know the tune.
It's his movie.
I thought so.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information, Becca.
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. It's still your documentary.
Oh, a documentary, is it?
Is it something bad?
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Is it one of those controversial films like the recent Joker movie where people are split on opinions?
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs.
That's pretty much their job. From how her voice tone rises in anger, it seems like she's the one slighted and not Zach. The flicker escapes me, and I promptly stamp down, but as soon as she bends me a hard look.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not care about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out dribble, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say.
Didn't you, Ken? Have you got a bit of Scottish in you there?
If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something.
Hey, practice makes perfect. I go to a filmmaking group, and they make really bad, silly movies all the time. And I mean that in the best way possible, but people learn in the filming industry. They get better with time. They learn about visual storytelling, they learn better pacing, and all that good
There's
stuff.
nothing else that's helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
You're giving up.
No. You don't give a poop. Put your nose again.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
Okay. As long as you're still passionate about photography. Tell you what, maybe you're cut out for cinematography more than anything else.
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
I suppose I should watch this movie myself to wait to see.
Don't say that!
My palm strikes the table, sending the table. Whoa.
It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Doug Walker. What have you been doing?
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
An amused gleam in her eyes when I turned to her. What does you find so entertaining here? Help me here. Your friend's about to quit his passion for a petty reason. Sorry. I haven't read what those people wrote about this work.
Failing means you're playing, Zach. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at.
Indeed.
I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class.
I could teach you a thing or two.
But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Yeah, yesterday I saw a film made by a friend of mine, despite how ridiculous it was. You know, you gotta appreciate it, because it's made by your friend. Whenever I'm about to get lost in my tongue, there's a flush of embarrassment blooming across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Oh.
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have
A burst of laughter comes from Zach.
Thanks, you too. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff.
You gotta have good hope and purpose, Zach.
Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
There's no face at all, only a poor imitation of puppy dog's eyes, if you call it so slender with puppy dog eyes.
Promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys. Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. What's night ain't for another week?
Another week? Another week? Is it not like a few months away or something? That's all the answer I need from him. Were you trying to go in for an award snub? Were you desperately trying to... I suppose you were working on this for some time. But anyway, it's not like it's over for me, though. I still have time. I still have to come back. To do my own thing. Do what I really want to do. Surely, once power recovers, once I'm done with everything... Inside my bag, my phone buzzes unexpectedly. Speaking of which... Oh no, it's Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Ha ha. Very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't, I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
He states that blah 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 blah.
I'll leave it to you. Bye.
Bye. So that's that. The sky is cloudless. The noontime sun is beating down on the hard concrete as we leave the cafe. That went well. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fickle mood to make them vulnerable to catching something. No wonder we have staff members going AWOL lately. Not to mention my boss's mercurial moods. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all the gripes with all the unpredictable weather, through the streets of Luxburn remains constantly busy. The hurried tapping of shoes against the pavement and inane chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd filled the humid afternoon air. A small reminder of the things we still have to do, regardless of how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to dire reality for me, Zach, to a meeting with a magazine publisher featuring luxury houses and Becca to a less glamorous home. Blah, 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 blah. Holy cow! What the frick? What? What the frick? What? Okay, what? Okay. She looks at me, eyes hollow, gaze piercing, boring into... Boring? There's nothing boring about this. And no shadows or whispers this time. Only a plea. A hum, low and indistinct. Compelling me, beckoning me, intent on dragging me to the void beyond the glass. I don't dare move. My heart hammers inside my ribs, each beat, every thump screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't. All my limbs feel heavy, on my own breathing strains in the face of her calls.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth is stretched in a grin, wide and unpleasant. The panic building up my chest forces me to take a tentative step back. I try not to stare at the decaying flesh, the blood streaming from the gaping wounds of her arms and her nailless fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after I got what I want from Papa.
No, stop. Leave me alone.
Leave me and my $1 trillion alone, please.
Okay.
What? You're not gonna give me a share of the money? I mean, I played a contribution, girl.
Rage. She looks so spooky. Dr. Evil would be scared by this. There is only hatred and bitterness, as if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense in itself.
Please! I don't want this!
Before I know it, I'm stumbling backwards, my own throat, hoarse from the screams I didn't even notice already coming out of my mouth. The back of my feet catches in a loose stone, sending me sprawling on the ground. The resulting pain completely jolts me in a haze, blurring my mind. But while my surrounding appears, unfamiliar with Becca's face swims into my vision. A look of concern is on her face, and my hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Zach appears besides himself, with worry, while he stands behind her, acting as a shield against a small crowd of onlookers already forming around us. Oh boy, still got a ghost. Oh, the ghost isn't restricted to the mansion after all. Oh gosh.
What happened?
I saw a ghost.
Bella, you okay?
My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneak a swift glance at the display window. She's gone. Yet the foreboding feeling hasn't left me. My hands are shaking as I push myself off the ground, my weakened limbs relying solely on reflex and muscle memory. Something icy has made its home in the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up. Anything to get the wretched sensation out.
You were screaming. Zach, call someone!
No, don't. I'm good. I'm good.
No, you're not.
I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
Careful. Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella.
Right, remember what I said about the priest earlier? We might want to get him now.
Zach, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
I attempt to smile to put her at ease, but it likely comes off as a grimace. Gently, I push her hands off my shoulders. My knees are still trembled, but I can't. Leave. Leave me. Stay away. Away! The humidity's stifling, everyone's staring at or nerving, and Becca and Zach's concerns are suffocating. I don't want to be here. No more! I break into a run. I don't like this. She's gonna appear in the room. I haven't left my bed this morning. Here, with the only occasional drips of water in the sink and the wearing of the fan blades to keep me company, it's easy to fall into a cycle of negative thinking. And even with the clutter to keep me company, the room still feels a whole lot bigger than usual. I hug my knees closer to a group as a group passes by outside. Loud. So loud. If only there was a way to tune out everything, to keep my head from replaying every image of her, every sound of her, her screams, her awkward gait as she reaches out for me, her bone-chilling smile, her pleas for help me. Enough. That's enough. A shiver passes through me. No, it's not from the hair still dangling damp against my back, nor the draft that enters the room from the windows I've left wide open. My gaze shifts over the letter, sitting on the coffee table. It edges, flutter unconsciously as the wind touches it. Funny how an ordinary-looking piece of paper can bring this much trouble. The impulse to throw it away or rip it to pieces is still there. I can easily do it, but after that, what? Will she leave me? What about those people who have already seen it? Will they be okay? This uncertainty gnaws at me. Knowing that she's real, and might also go again after the people I care about. I just wish someone would listen. Believe me. The abrupt break in the silence nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Blindly, I fish out my phone from under the mess of papers and cushions where I've carelessly thrown it after taking a shower hours ago. Oh, hi, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you're not gonna pick up.
Sorry, it took me a while to find my phone.
No worries. You game tomorrow?
I pause. I don't recall making plans with Zach for the weekend.
Did I forget something?
Remember that guy I told you about? Back in the movies? The, priest? For the blessing?
We need him now, please!
Does it ring a bell?
Oh, right. I did say that, but I don't think he'd actually go through the trouble, especially after what happened in this film. Sometimes I forget how kind Zach can be.
Yeah, I remember. Is he fine with it?
My friend doesn't mind. We're lucky he's not busy.
All right! Nice! We're gonna go ghostbusting! Woo! Oh, I had no idea I could do that.
So, tomorrow, he'll meet us at the mansion.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble, Zach.
Hey, no problem. I'm the one who suggested it to begin with. And, well, this afternoon you did surprise us. Never seen you scream like that. You scared the hell out of Rebecca.
I guess I owe you a lot for this, huh?
Nah, we're cool. You had us worried, but I know you'll tell us about it eventually. I just want to make sure you're doing well. You left all of a sudden, and you're not answering any of our calls.
He's trying to get me to talk. Normally I'd tell him anything. No, nothing before. I can't bring myself to say anything.
Anyway, I gotta go. I left something on the stove before making this call. Just soup. But it'd be embarrassing if I burned soup.
Indeed.
I doubt it. Ashton, on the other hand.
Nah.
Oh, remind me to tell you about what he did with the pressure cooker next time. Oh, damn, it overflowed!
No!
Really need to get going. Bye, Bella.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Poor Zach. And with that, I think I'm just going to save it right there. Thank you all so much, once again, for enduring the horrors of the letter with us. This is quite an intriguing series thus far. It's quite scary, but quite intriguing at the same time. So, we're just going to leave it here, because this episode's gone on long enough. ScotsMaiar signing out.